Yo, yo, yo. Chat. We are live. Day 124. Yes, 124. Today is the day before we release PYROWORLD for early access. Yes. Yes, indeed. So, today, we're gonna do some last minute touch-ups to prepare it for the update.
Oh my.
Because I'll be updating it at the end of the stream to upload for
Ooh,
the launch of early access tomorrow.
It's made of flesh.
Now, obviously, there's a lot more that we need to do on the map. But it's just early access. So, my Patreon members or Twitch subscribers have access to it and are able to test out the map for any bugs. We already found one actually over here. I'll have to turn the power on to show you. We got a few bugs in the works that are in need of fixing. And we're gonna fix those today. We fixed some last night on day 123. Today is day 124.
Nikolai would have been proud of me.
That's my birthday number. We are. Let me see if I.
Could you just not do that?
Yeah, okay, so you can't go in there anymore. I actually have to test this out. So yeah, shout out to Schmoogles. He was testing out the map, and he jumped through this window and realized he dies when you jump through, so wait until you can no longer jump through the window. That's fixed. Also, if you walk through here, you would die. I think this messes up the zombie spawn now. Yeah, see? Oh, just like phase through it. See, you'll just be stuck there, so I gotta fix that today. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. So yeah, we're gonna fix that. And, I'm gonna just go around detailing the map some more. We added some detail to the curbs. I don't know if you can really see it. There's like little detail now on the curb. I have to do a lot more, obviously. The top piece is very bland. But if you look over here, we did this. We started to work on it yesterday. And we're going to finish today. Well, I don't know about finish, but we're gonna do more detailing all around the map like this. Got some like oil stains on the floor for the chat. Didn't get too far detailing, but got some like damaged concrete now all throughout. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We only did this sidewalk and then this little patch. Just kinda make the floor reflect more. Like an oil spill kind of type of effect. Kinda like oil puddles. I do have to fix this lighting right here. It cuts way too crazy. But we'll fix that. Add some more textures to the ground up here as well. And up here. Yeah, man. That's what we did yesterday. today. We're just gonna continue that, fix some bugs. Oh, we also worked on the Easter egg a little bit. I already turned the power on. Oh, I forgot the brain. Hold on 1 second. Oh yeah, we added these as well. The brain radio headquarters. Got the brain. Gotta go teleport actually and get the blowtorch. Alright. Get through here. Alright.
I'm invincible. I can't be vinced. I'm invincible. Who's trying to vince me? Is invincible even a thing? Invigorating tonic. Amazing. Miro performed the knives of death. Once again, I maneuvered myself to a position of relative advantage. Is anyone keeping count?
Alright, now on this step, I fixed it, but I still gotta work on it. This, and the speakers will start sparking. Like that. I can't hear the... Oh no, it still does the sound. One thing though is the effects still play. So we gotta delete the effects.
They finally fallen silent.
gonna test something out.
Yeah, I'm not sure drinking that was the best idea. Even in this dire situation, I did not expect your help. Is somebody keeping score? I wish I could harness these most magic of spells. I'm not afraid of a little blood. This is getting out of hand. Careful, these clothes are made by the finest tailors. Ow! That really stung.
Cook. Alright. Let's get to working on it now. Got a lot of work to do. Need some food into it. Alright, we got some of it written down. I can't remember those other two spots. So we'll have to do it when this loads up. What just happened? Oh. Just waiting on the map to load, man. What's new? Alright, let's get to detailing. Diggernator. What's up, man? What trap have you fallen into? Siege? What? What do you mean you fell into a trap? How? You just want to reinstall? Wait, what? What are you saying? I don't get it. Siege is a trap. What, you like Siege? Is that what you're saying? Okay. What? I can barely. You're like whispering. What? Okay. Uh-huh. should be fixed now. Hopefully. Let's go try them out now. Let me add this to the code too. Alright. Alright, hopefully this fixed it. I'll build it right now. See how it goes, man. Let's see how it goes. Sorry, that probably sounded awful. This works though, bro. Will it? Also, while this builds, I'm gonna pull up, I think it's 11 lamps, because I need to get some announcer quotes. What do you mean sign up? I should already be signed up. Hold on.
You are now entering Tales of the
Just trust yourself.
Our distrust is very expensive.
As we are liberated from
The thing always happens that you
Life without love is like a tree without blossoms or fruit.
Let me tell you what my grandpa told me when I was.
I think this is a really nice way.
I just love talking about movies, TV shows, really anything that's in the arts. So use my voice for those kind of projects.
We make our own fortunes and we call.
The years teach much which the days never know.
It is not so important to know everything as to appreciate what we learn.
Nature is a mutable cloud, which is.
Ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes.
I have never been hurt by any.
Life isn't about finding yourself.
Our distrust is very expensive. If you spend your whole life waiting for the storm, you'll never enjoy the sunshine.
Friends show their love in times of trouble.
God has given you one face, and you make yourself another.
Gratitude is riches, complaint is poverty.
The world is round, and the place, which may seem like the end, may also.
A single rose can be my garden.
love all, trust a few, do wrong to none.
Life without love is like a tree without blossom.
The thing always happens that you really believe in. And the belief.
As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
Just trust yourself.
Our distrust is very expensive.
Let me tell you what my grandpa told me when I was just 6 years old. Son, always speak the truth. People will never forget what you say.
I think this is a really nice way to just talk naturally together. Talk plainly. Let's give it a shot.
I just love talking about movies, TV shows, really anything that's in the arts. So use my voice for those kind of projects.
But before we go any further, congratulations. Getting here certainly wasn't easy.
Hey, everybody. This is Juniper. I think I would be a great choice for your podcast. I'm pretty laid back and pretty casual. Give me a try.
Hello, I'm Jane. A great voice for any form of narration where you need a strong, older female voice.
I must not fear.
She tore her gaze away from her ruined foot.
Hey, are you looking for a fresh and engaging voice for your podcast or social media?
Architecture is the thoughtful arrangement of
killing spree, rampage, dominating, unstoppable.
If you had any fun or maybe even learned a thing or two, smash a like or subscribe.
This voice has a wide emotional spectrum, from whispers to shouts. If you
人生の中で最も価値のあるものは事件と愛。
Oh, come on! You think I don't.
Hey, you're not asleep yet, are you?
This is the most expressive Indian AI voice.
Hey guys, here's just a more casual, kind of relaxed version of
Grimblewood Thornwhisker at your service. I heard somebody needed a decent gnome for their project. So, well, here I am. Thank you very much.
It has been said that storytelling is the most.
Hi, I'm Sam. Thanks for calling CS Quantum.
Let me tell you what my
Cherish the earth and its infinite beauty.
All right, lads. Now we got a proper northerner.
Well, hello there. Step into my lab. Look at this. Let me show you my pancake combobulator.
Can you believe it? Did you listen to me, soldier?
Les étoiles que nous voyons briller.
Many think it's a great idea, while others think it's a disaster waiting to happen. What do you think?
छोटी गुड़िया ने जैसे ही जादू
कुछ तो है जो छिपा हुआ है समय की धारा निरंतर
piratenkode.
Listen up, crew. Danger will be everywhere. The sights we will see, the obstacles obstacled.
Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself.
A single rose can be my garden. A single friend.
Friends show their love in times of trouble, not in
Life without love is like a tree without blossoms or fruit.
Our distrust is very expensive.
Government of the people, by the people, for the people shall not perish from the earth.
If you spend your whole life waiting for the storm, you'll never enjoy the sunshine.
Les étoiles que nous voyons briller.
Well, hello there. Step into my lab. Look at this. Let me show you my pancake combobulator.
Oh, brilliant! Just what I needed. Another disaster.
They say he walks after midnight, wrapped in fog, face hidden. But if you hear...
Well, well. If you're looking for a calm, confident...
They say he gave me a name once long ago.
Oh, brilliant!
He gave me a name once long ago, but names rot if you don't use them. Now, I just answer to the sound of feet on stone.
We rule world once, not with crown, but...
Your heartbeat is loud, little thing. I can hear it calling through the dirt.
Oh, please! You...
If you're looking for a calm...
The wave.
Oh, brilliant! Just what I needed. Another disaster.
We are all something, but none of us are everything.
He gave me a name once long ago, but names rot if you don't use them. Now, I just answer to the sound of feet on stone.
You must complete experiment number 108. You must complete experiment.
You must complete experiment number 108. 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 You must complete. You must You must.
Consciousness restored. Subjects appear disoriented. Expected. Memory loss often accompanies relocation, especially abrupt ones. Consciousness restored. Subjects appear disoriented. Expected. Memory loss often accompanies relocation, especially abrupt ones. Once again, consciousness has been restored. Subjects appear disoriented. Expected. Memory loss often accompanies relocation, especially abrupt ones. Once again, consciousness has been restored. Subjects appear disoriented. Expected. Memory loss often accompanies relocation, especially abrupt ones. Good. Problem-solving instincts intact. This should be entertaining. Good. Problem-solving instincts intact. This should be entertaining. Oh, good. Problem-solving instinct.
to hit a big payday. Judge ain't gonna go easy on you. Bleed from me. Keep your filthy claws away from me, freak! I could have done with this back on the beat. Who wants to learn about the law? You got a lot of nerve, creep. Back the fuck off or I'm about to take you in.
just happened? Okay, gloves off.
appreciate it. I'm letting him drive my whip for today. It's about 4,800.
I'm hyped, bro. I'm probably gonna have it like this for a while.
Pretty much across the board, in all three different modes, Black Ops 3 had some very well documented issues at launch. Call of Duty campaigns were usually fun, low investment, popcorn action movies, but this time it was a cerebral sci-fi thriller told in the most experimental way the series has ever gotten. On the multiplayer side, this was right in the middle of the controversial dip into advanced movement with the emphasis on verticality and wall running, which a lot of fans felt was directly opposed to the core ideals of the series. It was during this game's life cycle that the Infinite Warfare trailer came out and became one of the top 5 most disliked YouTube videos of all time, just because it showed that there would be jetpacks again. That gives you a pretty good sense of how the community felt about the game that they were currently playing. And then, of course, most relevant to this series was the zombies situation. The Giant was locked behind the season pass, and even if you had it, it was seen more as the remake that it was than a truly new experience. The only actual launch map was Shadows of Evil, and even players who praise it as a masterpiece today will usually admit that they were pretty put off by it at the time. Every single thing on the map was complex and hard to pick up without using external guides, even down to the basics like Pack-a-Punch. So, a lot of players tried the only thing that was available to them on launch day and bashed their head against a wall a couple of times without making any progress, and then just wrote off the mode entirely. And, even worse for a lot of people, the setting and atmosphere had shifted dramatically away from its trademark, grounded, post-World War II alt history. Shadows of Evil dropped any hint of those Der Riese roots and went all in on being a story about Lovecraftian old gods and aliens from other dimensions. The fact that there was even a new cast of characters there reminded players of the launch of Black Ops 2. Transit and Die Rise also dropped the fan-favorite Ultimus crew right after they'd had a very successful map in the previous game, and we've already talked about how poorly that change was received the first time. All this is just to say, fans were worried. In almost every way, it felt like the mode was straying away from what made people fall in love with it in the first place. The developers obviously saw this, and they needed to find a way to start rebuilding that trust with the fan base to make sure that people didn't give up on Black Ops 3 before it had even gotten started. So, the first DLC map was Der Eisendrache, a map that was almost reverential in how many references it had to the history of the mode. It was kind of the prototype for Revelations, with it being a highlight reel of elements from a bunch of different fan-favorite maps. In that map, it was meant to be more of a celebration of the history of zombies, but here, it was more specifically intended to remind fans that this was still the same mode they fell in love with. That if they would just stick around and trust the developers, they would respect that foundation that got us here, while still building on top of it and giving us something new.
I should never have trusted you, Richtofen. Never.
The appeal to nostalgia started with the aesthetics. Like in Shadows, the setting was a cross between two elements that were so different that when they were put together, they felt very new. Unlike Shadows, this time they pulled those elements from things that had already worked in past maps, so that they didn't feel so jarring. The base layer was medieval fantasy, which had already been tried and tested a bit in Origins. They really pushed the envelope here, though, with the whole map taking place in a reconstruction of a real-life 11th century castle that was decorated with stone statues of knights with swords and shields, and stained glass windows with mythical beasts on them. The wonder weapon was a time period appropriate bow and arrow, and you got it by interacting with fire-breathing dragon heads. Then, grafted on top of that was something even more nostalgic. In the lore, Group 935 took over this castle as a research base, so we got the return of that classic De Reese-style science fiction. There were bodies of World War II era German soldiers, and those retro-futuristic pieces of technology like the phosphorescent screens in the control room. The teleporter that was in the lab was a one-to-one replica of the one from De Reese. And there were also the more grounded, human touches that reminded players of characters from that era too, like the living spaces for Dr. Maxis and Sam. Even the name was a bit of a throwback, with it being the first map with a name in a different language since all the way back on Keynote or Toten. Originally, the trend with the names was to make them translations based on where the map took place, but as they moved away from the World War II setting, they dropped that around the same time. So, bringing that back here, at the same time that they went back to that old setting, was an almost subconscious way to further reinforce that idea that they were hearkening back to those old days. That back-to-basics approach was, in a more limited way, brought to the gameplay too. For one, there was no gimmick to turning on power. It was just a single binary switch that turned everything on at the same time, just like it was all the way back in Verrückt. Pack-a-punching was just a matter of interacting with 3 different pads, and at each one there was a diagram showing you where to find the next one, so it was a lot like De Reese or Ascension. Enemy-wise, the Hellhounds were back for that classic max ammo round we hadn't seen on a mainline map since all the way back at the start of Black Ops 1. Something that isn't as obvious just from the aesthetics, but completely defines it for anyone who's ever made any attempt at the Easter egg, is how much the story for the map pulls from that early era as well. It's a direct sequel / inverted reimagining of Moon, the finale of Black Ops 1. It takes place in the 40s when Griffin Station was still active and Dr. Groff was still running that moon base, so we got to play through conversations we'd only ever heard on radios before. As you go through the Easter egg, you'll play a memory game that isn't the same thing as Samantha Says from Moon, but pressing the 4 screens in sequence is really evocative of it. The Vril device that you had to charge up makes another appearance here, and so does the Moon Pyramid itself, complete with having to plug in one of its glowing soul canisters. The Undercroft has local low gravity, letting you play around with that verticality and the changes to the pace of training that it brings one more time. The very end of the Easter egg is a direct inversion of that moment from Black Ops, where this time you're launching rockets from the Earth to destroy the Moon. But the developers didn't want Der Eisendrache to be purely just a throwback map. It was meant to be more of an assertion that they could synergize the old and the new, and that there was value in all of the eras. So, for example, they also pulled from Mob of the Dead even more explicitly than Shadows of Evil did. There were 3 dragon heads around the map that you fed by killing zombies near them, and they had the same fiery effect and almost the exact same animations as the Cerberus heads. Like the Hell's Retriever, feeding all 3 was how you unlocked the wonder weapon for the map, in this case the Wrath of the Ancients bow. So, the shape of the map and the pack-a-punch method were definitely very different, but they were still reminding players of that fan-favorite Black Ops 2 map. Then, of course, looming over all of Black Ops 3 is the Origins influence, and here it's both with those implicit changes to map design and more explicit actual references. There was the robot in the intro that ended up just outside the map, or the Pack-a-Punch machine not using the classic design but the Dimension 63 model. Or there was the return of the Der Wunderfizz machine, which had been missing from Shadows of Evil. The most blatant reference of all was the return of the Panzer Soldat, just wholesale reusing an iconic boss from a different map. The only real difference was that instead of its grapple hook, its ranged attack was now a projectile electric bomb. Or, taking inspiration from the staffs on Origins, instead of having 1 or 2 wonder weapons that players had to fight over, there were instead 4 elemental bows that all had their own individual upgrade quests, so everyone could be doing something fun. The one thing that set them apart from the staffs was that there was only a single base version that upgraded outwards from there, so everyone could work together on that initial construction quest. That basic bow that you do get for just filling up the dragon heads was a pretty viable wonder weapon on its own. It fired explosive arrows that did 0 damage to the player, harkening back to those days of Mustang and Sally with PhD Flopper. So, that base version existed that was there for everyone. But then, if you did want to put a bit of work in, you could get some things that almost went beyond being overpowered and made it actively difficult to die unless you were actually trying. The Storm Bow was the easiest to both get and to use, so most players tended to default towards that one. A lot like the Lightning Staff, it left an electrical orb down at the site of the initial explosion that stuck around to chain shock enemies with a Wunderwaffe-like effect. If you charge up your shot, you create a full lightning storm instead that covers a pretty wide radius, letting you effectively create a temporary safe area to buy a perk or revive a teammate. The Wolf Bow was really fun specifically to build with how it told the backstory of the castle the map was set in. The paintings walk you through how this Wolf King rode off into battle against the Apothecons from Shadows of Evil, and then his castle came under siege and he was eventually killed. If you look closely, you can even see that one of his subjects was inexplicably Arthur from Buried. As a weapon, it applied a super slow effect to some of the zombies that it didn't kill, and a charged shot would send out pouncing wolves to instantly clear a path in front of you. The most unique one was probably the Demon Bow that summoned sentient skulls from another dimension to pin zombies into place and slowly eat away at them. And the most notable thing about the Fire Bow was that it was by far the most technically difficult to get, with you having to hit small targets while flying at high speeds through the air. To make up for it, it was also one of the best to use, leaving lava on the ground to damage enemies over time, and fully charged arrows would trap zombies in volcanoes that eventually erupted and killed them instantly. And while we're talking about weapons, the specialist for the map was the Ragnarok DG4. The name was another callback to the World at War days, with it being the next in the line of Group 935 Wonder Weapons after the Wunderwaffe DG2 and 3 from Shinonuma and Der Riese. In gameplay, it was a set of gravity spikes that let you jump up and then come back down with an area of effect slam, almost the exact same as the secondary attack of the Apothecon's sword. Or you could also place it down as a trap that would pick up and stun any zombies or panzers that got close. I think the most impressive thing Dead Eisendrache does is solve the problem I mentioned in the Origins video that applies to most of these more complex maps. The issue of it being so hard to find that perfect balance where the rewards for doing side Easter eggs are good enough to make them worth it without balancing the game around them and ending up punishing people who don't do what was supposed to be side content. On this map, you can learn everything you need to know to have a baseline level of success within your first game without needing to watch any YouTube videos or have someone guide you through it. You could get Pack-a-Punch open and get a very usable wonder weapon, and there were a bunch of different spots to both train and camp, so you could always find something that worked for you. But that depth was still there for players who wanted to engage with it. Despite how it looked visually, it wasn't actually going back to the more primitive days. The developers found this great balance where the casual and hardcore experiences both felt like they were intended to be viable. Take something like the Panzersoldat, which was one of the main things that made Origins feel so unapproachable for someone who didn't know at least how to build a staff. On a pure numbers level, it's probably even more dangerous here with its improved AI and more health. But this time, the map gave players a lot more tools to deal with them, and most importantly, those tools were spread across all levels of complexity. The Death Ray is an environmental electric trap, basically as simple as you can get, just a single button press away. When panzers walk into it, it picks them up and stuns them, letting you get a ton of damage in on their weak points while giving you an island of complete safety to do it from. So, even an entry-level player had something that was very accessible to them that they could use to even the scales. Then all the bows were really effective against them too, and they had the added benefit of being portable, so you didn't need to cart the panzer up to the battlements to use the death ray anymore. That way, players who took that next step to maybe watch a YouTube guide and figure out how to build a bow got rewarded with a bit more convenience and freedom, but it didn't take away from the effectiveness of the original solution. And there was still one more level to go up, where you could dig into the really obscure features of the map. There was an Easter egg to get the plunger as a melee weapon, where every time you killed a panzer, you'd have insta-kill on every enemy for the next minute, including other panzers. That was perfect for the boss fight, where you have entire waves of them spawning in, and even ammo for your bows can get pretty limited. Or, continuing a tradition that a lot of players didn't even know had started to happen, there was a new hat that characters could earn. The first one was the golden helmet, and then the Shadows of Evil Margwa head, and now we had the Panzer Claw helmet. After killing 3 panzers with rocket arms hidden around the map, every player would automatically earn it and then take massively reduced damage from every panzer attack. Again, these were the kind of things that if you didn't get them, or you didn't even know they existed, you wouldn't feel like you were missing out on anything. The panzer was tough, but it was fair given the tools that anyone had access to. It was more that if you did dig into the map and exploit all the secrets, you would get to feel overpowered. There were obviously non-panzer related Easter eggs too, with varying amounts of impact on gameplay. There was a way to turn one of the rooms into a disco with music and a light show. You could visually reskin all the zombies to look like skeletons. On top of the teddy bear song, there was a way to get all the gramophones to play Dies Irae, which really helped with the medieval vibe. Like on Shadows, there was a way to get a free Mega Gobblegum. This time you were playing around with time travel to let a plant grow in the past. Or, by playing around with the wall running and low gravity, you could unlock a hidden wall buy for the BRM, a little reminiscent of the LSAT from Buried. And the main Easter egg is definitely worth mentioning too. All the intermediary steps are really memorable, like overloading the teleporter to travel back in time, and the steps with the moon references I already mentioned. It was also the best example of them, again, taking things from past maps, but not just blindly copying. They actually showed how they learned from those experiences by improving on some of those elements. With Origins, the staffs don't play almost any role in the Easter egg as actual weapons. Once you get them upgraded, their only real purpose is to be carted around between the site and the robots and the crazy place. You never actually need to fire the upgraded versions a single time. By comparison, on Der Eisendrache, the bows feel absolutely integral. You use them to trigger the time travel and track down the wisps, and my favorite step, gathering the souls for the Keeper, has you using them to keep yourself alive in some very dangerous areas. The other big improvement was that instead of always needing to upgrade every single staff, the only requirement here was that there be one bow per player, so the process scaled a lot better for smaller lobbies and solo Easter egg attempts. All of that led into the big 3-part finale. First, there was the multi-phase boss fight against the giant corrupted Keeper, which a lot of people call the first boss fight in zombies. Personally, I definitely count the Shadow Man fight in this category too, but either way, these first couple Black Ops 3 maps were really where Easter eggs reached their final evolution. Their beginnings were just as collections of pretty disconnected, random steps, but now they had evolved into a more traditional raid structure with a crescendo into a big, final encounter. Then there was that in-game cinematic moment of the rockets destroying the moon. And finally, because we were now firmly in the story-focused era, it was followed up by the first of the really touching cutscenes in Black Ops 3 that started to humanize these characters who had started off as just jokes. In it, Richtofen revealed that Tank needed to kill an alternate dimension version of himself to save the universe, which was a really somber note to end off on after the multiple big exciting moments that came right before. The last thing that I think is worth mentioning about Der Eisendrache is the physical layout. Shadows of Evil used a design philosophy we'd definitely seen before, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but by comparison, this one felt really fresh, which is great to see in its own way. The closest comparison would probably be Kino der Toten. You start with having two paths from spawn that loop around the very outer edges of the map. They meet back up on the other side and then come back down the middle, with power opening up that last door back to the beginning, and Juggernog is right beside that door. But here, those big map-spanning loops were interconnected by a bunch of smaller shortcuts, which, in my opinion, are the trademarks of the very best and most unique Zombies maps. There were doors that opened once power was on, simple buyable alternate routes, and also the Wunderspheres that fling you across to the entire opposite side of the map. Before they could be used, you needed to activate the destination pad, which was a really efficient way to preserve the setup process. You couldn't sequence break the progression and fling somewhere that you hadn't been yet, because you had to get there the traditional way to activate the pad for the first time. Then, continuing in the Kino comparison, there was one more completely disconnected area outside of the main layout that you could only reach initially with the teleporter. The only thing making the rocket test site a mandatory visit was that there was a pack-a-punch piece there. After you get that, you could just completely ignore it. But even though it is outside that main flow, it earns its place by having some really fun dynamic systems going on. It's a pretty solid training area, so in a full lobby when the courtyard and the Death Ray Bastion are taken, it's tempting to have someone go down there too. But every once in a while, the rocket will activate and force anyone down there into a bunker with no way to escape because the teleporter also gets locked off. So, every couple minutes you're going back and forth between low stakes, pretty wide open training, and desperate close quarters survival, which really helps to keep the game feel engaging, way more than it would be if you were permanently in either mode. Where Shadows of Evil quietly took inspiration from past maps and twisted those elements to make something very new, Der Reisendrache wore its inspirations proudly on its sleeve. It's not something that would work long term. It would start to feel hollow and pandering if they kept leaning that heavily on nostalgia without ever bringing anything that felt truly new to the table. That's why I actually think it's a good thing that the next map was by far the most controversial one in Black Ops 3. It's good that they weren't just playing it safe and they were still taking those big risks. But given the context at the time with the state the Zombies community was in, and because of how well it synergized that nostalgia with the more modern design philosophies, it really worked here. All the references to all the best Zombies moments that came before, the new, memorable Easter egg, the well-designed layout, and the fun, overpowered wonder weapons. Everything was really working together to really earn Der Eisendrache's place as one of the community's most praised maps of all time. Wars, and the Thrashers were just a straight up punishment for failing to do that. Zetsubo is very much a map about movement, needing to watch where you're walking and where you're causing zombies to spawn and walk to avoid thrashers, the spiders spinning webs to restrict your movement, the KT-4 letting you increase your sprint speed, and an entirely new dimension of movement mechanics with the swimming. Along with increasing the complexity of the way the map worked, it also turned that complexity inwards and forced you, the player, to think about how you were operating at a very base level. Besides the KT4, the other clean way of dealing with the Thrashers was the Specialist weapon, where the main Wonder weapon was a bit underwhelming just in terms of raw killing power. The Skull of Non Sopway filled that gap of overpowered, get out of jail free card train killer. The primary fire stops pretty much every zombie in your field of view in their tracks, including Thrashers, and destroys them all regardless of health. And in the spirit of everything on the map having multiple uses, the secondary fire was the Mesmerize ability. First, it froze all the zombies in that same vision cone in place without killing them, so if you were getting cornered but you didn't want to end the round, you could still use it non-lethally. Or, even more simple, if a teammate had a trial to get headshots on zombies or a Thrasher, this was a great way to let them get a free lineup. And, totally separate from that, it also lets you remove multiple illusory walls around the map that are needed for the Easter egg, and reveal tiny little bits of hidden lore. The unlock process for it was pretty unique, with you having to take 4 different skulls to 4 different altars and defend them during rituals. It's a bit like the roaming Templar groups that attack the generators on Origins. Instead of the zombies attacking you, you have to put yourself between them and the altar to stop them before they do too much damage to it. It flips the mode on its head a bit, where for once the zombies aren't targeting the player, instead you get to be the aggressor, and you get to set the tempo of the fight. And everything I've talked about so far has had to do with gameplay, but the aesthetics are obviously a huge part of why the map works so well too. In the same way that Der Eisendrache was visually harkening back to the Group 935 maps like Der Reese and Kino and Moon, Zetsubo no Shima was doing the same thing for one very specific map in Shinonuma. But with Der Reese, that retro sci-fi aesthetic already felt fully formed by the first time we saw it. Der Eisendrache didn't have to do any work to make those elements feel any more complete. All it did was just bring them back as is. Shinonuma, though, was a bit different. At the time, they were still just trying to replicate that stark, oppressive horror that worked on Nocturne Toten and Verrückt. But the move to an outdoor environment, combined with the increase in power given to the player, kind of conflicted with that. It felt kind of stuck in the middle, not as claustrophobic as the first 2 maps, but not fully taking advantage of what made it unique either. So instead of just being more of a rerun like the last map, this was their chance to go back to that original vision and then fully realize it to its full potential. First, they expanded on the idea of a map taking place somewhere truly isolated. The mode had had that vibe from the very beginning, with Noct being iconic for how quiet and slow it was and how trapped and alone it made the player feel. But that idea works even better in a setting like this, shipwrecked on a remote island in the middle of the ocean with literally no way to physically make it off. The first couple rooms are completely devoid of any man-made structures, just looking like a completely natural jungle. Then, most of the buildings that you do see are flimsy, sheet metal structures standing on stilts, making sure that you know you're far away from any real civilization. The best trick the map pulls is the webs over the utilities when you spawn in. You have these things that you know are necessary for survival, not because some environmental art tells you that, but because they literally are in game terms to you as a player. But you have to literally tear cobwebs off them to make them usable. Subconsciously, that registers in the player's mind that if those things are inaccessible when you get there, then there's no chance that anyone else has been surviving here for a long time. To hammer that sense of loneliness and abandonment home, it's also unique within Black Ops 3 in that there's no one watching over you. Every other map had some kind of outside force looking in. The Shadow Man first guiding and then taunting you on Shadows of Evil and Revelations, the radio conversations with Dr. Groff, and Ultimus Nikolai sitting physically right outside Gorod Krovi. To be fair, they all eventually betrayed you, but at least there was someone there to have a back and forth with. On Zetsubo, you were truly alone. And with that setting, they returned to the roots of the series in horror. The last couple maps had been in these large scale, epic locations that almost would have been genuinely cool to visit, like a medieval castle or a 1940s city. Zetsubo was trying to genuinely unsettle the player. If you stood in spore gas for too long, you could start to see very subtle hallucinations, easy to miss, but enough to make you question what you're seeing. Or, randomly, you could see a player model of one of the characters your friends were playing, but then when you got close, it would just be a literal jump scare. The Thrashers are even designed to be partially camouflaged to give you that feeling that one could be around any corner. Most of the environment is made up of vines with glowing spores embedded in them, same as the Thrashers, so at a quick glance, they can sneak up on you. It was also very clearly influenced by The Island of Dr. Moreau, another story about being stranded on a Pacific island, with how it focused on animal human hybrids and mutation. The backstory of the map explored the Japanese counterpart to Group 935, Division 9, which in turn was based on the real life World War II research group Unit 731. So, obviously, body horror was a big part of both the theming and the gameplay. The Thrashers were mutated humans screaming in pain, and there was all kinds of evidence of human experimentation all over the labs. It was the perfect setting to do one of the deepest character examinations ever seen in zombies to this day. The first two Ultimus characters were killed without any real meaningful interaction, but here the crew got a chance to sit down and talk with one of their alternate selves and really explore their values as characters. Takeo Masaki was a Japanese soldier whose entire worldview was rooted in the samurai Bushido codes of honor and in his loyalty to his emperor. This map had him learning that that emperor was just a petty, selfish, regular man who was ordering his subjects to do these horrific, dishonorable things. For the people who did listen to the radios and dig into the underlying story, this sent Takeo through a pretty big crisis of faith, with him rethinking his whole worldview and struggling to find another purpose in life throughout the next couple maps. But at the same time, like always, there were still those more light-hearted things to balance all that darkness out and still empower the player if they put the work in to get them. There was a side Easter egg to grow a friendly Thrasher to work for you, or another one that gave you a piece of equipment that let you play as a spider. And if you made it to round 50, fighting through that lack of resources and all that horror, there was a cool little visual Easter egg where you could see a giant dinosaur or monster off in the distance. Zetsubo no Shima definitely wasn't what the community was expecting at the time. They doubled down on the complexity that had been so controversial in Shadows of Evil, and at the same time backed away from a lot of the epic scale they'd been building up in favor of a quieter, creepier tone. It was definitely unique, even within Black Ops 3, which I think speaks to how principled and committed the developers were to their vision. Instead of just playing it safe and doing the same things that worked over and over again, they were committed to innovation and forward progress. And I think it paid off, with Zetsubo being one of the densest maps ever, but without ever feeling bloated or too big. It was a complex, but ultimately rewarding web of systems that all fed back into each other to make one super polished and cohesive map.
sometimes people need to self-reflect and take a step back from the broad perspective of what their life has been. I believe that there is more to this world that is much greater than myself. The energy and passion to want to do more and create.
Keep it a buck. Who cheated with Army? Did y'all watch this shit already? And if you did, you would. Did y'all watch this shit with Army? His outro is playing in the background. This is the YouTube transcript. Yo, we have ears. Why are you telling us that, bro? We here, gang. Chill. Shh. Let's watch. I watched it. I didn't. All right, let's watch.
Is within me. That is why I quit.
No shot.
I quit thinking in my head of the goals I want to achieve and not pursuing them because I'm primarily known for one thing and super scared to step out that box and try new things. I quit overthinking.
What is this? Is this Ireland, nigga? What is this, Greenland? There's gotta be a place with mad rocks. On the beach. Like, I genuinely, where is this? Nevada? Oh, that makes sense. Italy. Oh, that's valid.
I quit staying in my head about
It's Pompeii right here.
if the goals I pursue are going to work or not.
Turn this shit up, bro. Turn your ears up.
How much I truly can create.
Hold on. Did you say this is Kyland? You're a dick rider. Oh, God. You just gave this amusement park? All right, now let's lock in and watch this because this will probably be an hour reaction. I'm not doing that with y'all niggas, bro. Let's actually be efficient, bro. No, I'm Dante.
In the 19th century, Louis Vuitton was born and raised in Annecy, France, to a farmer.
Whoa! Oh, whoa! Like, I know this motivational, but damn, Kai! What's going on with them corners, boy? Mama seen that jeans beating your ass! Holy smoke! What you mean irony? Exactly, our shit look the same. No, my was up. Stop playing, boy.
Starting from a young age, Louis had no choice but to work on the family farm. From dusk to dawn, he planted and harvested crops, raised the animals, and stockpiled firewood. This is the story of how a homeless teenager pioneered modern luggage and laid the foundation for a billion-dollar empire.
Alicio!
Of what we were designing.
Oh.
Swag, yeah?
Yeah. This is cool. Ooh. Oh. Currently, we are in Italy, where I've been for the past, like 2 weeks, I would probably say. Because I feel like if I present my own brand with my own stuff, people will find ways to be like, yo, you missed here, you missed there. Because often when you meet the person that got their brand, you can pick out, you'll be like, since it's on the come up, you'll be like, it's cool, but you missed here and here. But once it's Louis Valenci, you feel like that's the official. You can't tell anything about it. Oh, is he? Let me try.
Bro, it's tough, eh?
It's hard?
Yeah, because this is new, and the grip between these, yeah, is better. We can change this, because this is new. Che gran padano. Don't try this at home. Like...
I just wanted to see this bald head. I just wanted to pause on it for a second. No weird. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to farm ad revenue. I promise. I'm literally just reacting.
The items that I want to make, I want to be able to learn the fabric, where I can get it from, everything. So I've been able to learn.
Interesting fit over here. This is a fashion-related vid, so we got to look at the fits. Okay. It's something about white and they love putting their toes out. You won't see it with their toes out. No toes be up from all that basketball, football. My toes is up. If you were in chat, do you got nice feet? Probably not. You got a bunion or something. Cracked toenail. You feel me? Interesting. But yeah, my boy got his toes out. You feel me? The long johns. I f with it, bro. Probably got a big dick.
The fabric, where I can get it from, everything. So I've planned to like learn and not just jump into the designs.
Do you want to try this?
Yeah.
This is more safe. So stand this, the points, and go like kindly.
Yeah. Oh. That's just scary as fuck.
Nah, I'm sorry, God. I know y'all gonna try and get on my ass. My shit not that bad. All right, let's just. It's not even like, bro. What are we gonna do? Headbutt? Let's not go forehead for forehead. His shit up, so is mine. My shit growing back in though. Bro, y'all is dead weird. Why are you saying, oh my God?
When I was in Japan, my love for clothes kind of enhanced after that. Got inspired by what they were wearing, got inspired by the outfits I had put on myself. And falling in love with.
So Japan, when he started with fashion for real, okay.
Clothes, bags, accessories. A lot of the times I am boxed into this box of being a streamer. So this is one of the first times where I'm going to display something outside of my primary category. The reason why I kind of want to learn it is because I want to have like an attachment to my clothes.
That's tough. Like this in there putting his hands on the pieces like W Kai. Oh, he brought the whole fam out to Italy. Italy look fire. It's mad rocks. I fuck with that. It's hard.
I know at times. Usually I'm able to.
This nigga not popping his stream based off all this. He not popping his stream for months. Who knows? Maybe a year.
I'm able to handle a lot of stuff.
Gun to the back of your head. Name 5 rocks. Okay, pussy. Sedimentary. Artificiary. Goddamn nigga. I don't know. Bro, what are you asking me, bro?
Myself. And
igneous, yeah.
Found ways through it, but I just needed some advice on just pursuing life and goals that I have to like how to find the confidence and the real commitment to pursue them. Because usually at the times I've achieved so much. And
your dick riding ass gonna buy Kai merch. Yes, I will be buying Bro Brand. I'm gonna support him. He supported me and my ventures outside of, you feel me? I'm gonna support him. How's that dick riding? It's dick riding if I wear Bro Brand? Are you serious? What? How? And y'all buying it too.
Been able to knock down goals I always wanted to do, and my mindset in my head, it's just like a lot of self-doubt. I'm not even depressed. I'm not sad. It's just for some reason I'm having like a lot of self-doubt because it's out of fear of stepping back from what I'm primarily known for, which is content creation, and pursuing in another goal. One thing I wanted to ask you was like, how do you at times get over self-doubt or voices in—
My thing is, I'm not gonna lie. Why? I don't know why Kai got so much doubt with his shit, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Even though Kai be on Kai dick, at the end of the day, you're flying. I'm not gonna lie. Was he always flying? No. But it changed. Like, you can grow and learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might have came out the womb wearing them tight ass Amiris, but shit, now he be doing this shit, bro. In my opinion. That's my opinion.
In your head saying that it's over. Voices in your head saying you might not be able to do it.
Well, first things first, you cannot let your mental take over. Some people are—
Nah, yeah, doubt happens. It's natural. I'm not gonna lie. It's natural. Like, I literally go through that. Like, have gone through that. You feel me? Like, you feel me? For sure. It happens. Guys, y'all just gotta fight through it. Tell yourself, like, I'm still doing this. Because most of the time you doubt yourself because you're afraid to fail. Who give a bro? That's what I'm on. At least now. I wasn't always on that. Bro, just do it. Shoot that shot. Nigga.
When the voices in your head start coming, it's pushing you either to give up or keep going.
Oh my gosh, man.
Damn, that's how these get made? Yeah, I've never seen the making of a shoe.
From the idea to physical form. So it's cool.
Bro, that's what's good, Kai. That's one reason I fuck with, not even to drag him in and gonna say I'm dick riding, but that's one reason I fuck with Speed too. Bro, Speed is showing me, bro. I saw this thing in a, bro, this Speed looked like he was playing Minecraft. Bro, it looked like this was on the Minecraft creative mode world realm. I'm like, game, where is this? I haven't been to the homelands. I'm like, yo, what the? That shit is crazy.
Happy partner anniversary.
You on lazy eye mode. You on suck my dick mode. Stop playing with me. I'm a bust on your forehead. Ma, it's time that.
Okay. And usually, do you remember now that after this you have to leave the upper
for a day?
Yeah, exactly. A day. So we're gonna like see this, and we're gonna like have this tomorrow morning.
Yes.
This a night is the minimum that's.
Oh, these are open.
Yeah. But just for this problem.
Okay.
You remember because we didn't have like open source hardware with that.
This how I be staring at trees.
And you'll basically bring this to a bigger factory and be like, I want this. Like that's what happens. So they make it, and after you bring this to a factory and be like, we need 500 of this. And they'll
you a tree. What do that mean, boy?
Yeah. You can say to them, okay, we have this. You cannot go wrong with this.
Yeah.
You can do right now 500. Because here the sampling is faster.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. What the That's crazy. That's crazy.
He's gonna leave this the whole night.
Oh, that's why he went to Italy. I see. Okay, so he's showing, hold on. A Vivita Oliance A Polari. Nakansishi Kusari Il Moto. What this mean? This shit look like a hammer. No hammers? It's a workshop. Bro, I promise you, bro. You just be making signs to make signs. Now look, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I got a couple questions, right? I want to learn a language. What should I learn first? Sign says you a really? For real? Does it? See, I was about to clap back, but I want you to have a good day. No cap. Spanish? Said English. I know that one, dick face. I bet. Japanese? I think we gotta go Spanish just because there's so many beautiful Latina women, you know? But if I'm being so honest, I want to learn every language. I want to learn every language. I want to be able to talk to everyone, bro. You know how many times, you know how many times, thank you for that sub, out for Roddy.
24 months, gang signed me to 5-star.
You know what? Whoever's the first nigga to hit 500 months subbed in my stream, you're getting signed, all right? You're going to get signed for, wait, how much money is that? 500 times 599 is 6. That's $300,000. You getting signed. You gave me $300,000, you getting signed. Yo, Devo So Devon, thanks for the 3 subs for the 4 months.
So we can pick up this tomorrow morning and bring this to Milan with us.
Seeing the shoe come to life and in my
I look
hand
like a
is
toe for Dan.
scratch.
Nigga said I'm gonna be dead by that. Damn, nigga. Bro, it's not even that long.
But it's like...
All right, hold on. Let me lock in. Sorry. Bro, why do I always go on tangents? Let me lock in,
The
gang.
reason when it comes to revealing it and pursuing it...
You hold back?
Yeah, because it's on the internet or people are going to view it a certain way and stuff like that. So it's more like what clothes did for me. And like I've been to Italy for the past 3 months. Like this is my first time I have a passion.
Yes.
A true passion for something besides content creation.
I feel him on that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when you passionate about something, you just, bro, you gotta pursue that. That's how I feel. You know what advice Will Smith told me? I think it was on stream, but do y'all remember it? He said, mind you, this is Will Smith, nigga. Will Smith is undeniable, gang. You can say whatever you want about slaps, whatever he was rapping that day in the studio, whatever. You can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, yo, thank you for that sub.
Unban Sweetie P donated $1. Only streamer it pay to watch and I can't pay unban me big bro.
Then tell me your name, gang. so we can unban you. Anyways, Will Smith said, my advice to all of y'all is when you're passionate about something, pursue it. Because that's real life, gang. Passion gonna make you take those extra steps doing something that who's just driven by what's physical? What's the word for physical? Not physical. I need to start reading books like this. Damn, niggas throw on one Kai Cenat vid, start talking like Abraham Lincoln. Lit. Materialistic. Yeah, I meant to say materialistic. Materialistic, like who are driven by material. A nigga in chat said, you suck. You dead, bro. Yeah, materialistic, you're not gonna get as far.
This is the knife to cut the fabrics.
Yeah.
Okay. Push here, but
cool. Hold on.
Slowly,
It's like, nah, chill.
slowly. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Go.
My boy learning to sew in this.
Since I've been here,
Kai, I'm not even trolling.
Process probably.
Yo, bro, this really like this because look how locked in he is to sewing. Now, look, no, I'm not even playing with y'all. Kai, I need a custom piece, bro. I need you to custom make my 5-star jacket, please. What's the name of Kai brand? I need some hard shit. I wear that every day. Don't even gotta pay me, bro, on some love shit. Showing love, gang.
It's the longest process that there is. Like literally, I did not understand how long it takes to even make denim from scratch.
Go. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh wow. That's cool.
If you want to try again,
That's cool.
Start in this part, yeah. But the fabric never in this side because there is the knife always in the other side.
So look, you see how like you can play, you have to, okay. Like basketball, right? Steph Curry. Guys, it's late night hours. Yes, I'm gonna be talking and pausing. It's a video. Yo, no named Joe Amigo is telling me to stop yapping. You ass. You are a Los Angeles Edgar. Joe Amigo, I met you in person. You know this. We met you multiple times. Stop playing with me, boy. I'ma keep pausing this hoe. Now, as I was, yo, if you keep telling me to stop pausing, I will pause harder. Now, as I was saying, bro, I forgot. Okay, no, as I was saying, hold on, wait, I got named Raul in my, hold on. Raul Mesa Jr. Holy shit. Yo, gang, you next up in something, gang. You next up in something. That dead sound like a celebrity name. Anyways, though, as I was saying, you see how like Steph Curry, right, playing basketball. At a certain point, it's like, damn, I'm Steph Curry. I'm not getting better anymore. We met. Wait, when did we meet?
Daddy, you donated $1. We'll dead smack TF out you. Stop how lots chatting and watch it, lame pussy boy.
Come do it, Dad. I'm going to London, I'm going to New York, and I'm going to Atlanta. I know you're from one of those cities because you're a basic. Come slap me. Fuck. Anyways, guess the gay. Oh, was you the gay? Anyways, yo, you see Steph Curry, right? At a certain point, it's like, yo, bro, how much better can Steph Curry get at basketball? He can't. He's just refining his skills, right? Okay, so my point is, how good can you get at sewing? Does anyone know? Like, if I sew harder, will I keep getting better? Or like, is it like, oh, you learn how to do it, then you know? Like peeing. You're not a good ass peer. It don't matter how many times you took a piss. You're just a peer. You just know how to pee. You get what I'm saying? All right. Y'all not helping me. It's sad the ignorance in my chat, bro. Okay. It's sad. Genuine.
Is this bad right here?
No.
Is that a mistake? Like sometimes, yeah, like it has to be a consistent pattern.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are Taylor. You are not Taylor.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
Hold on.
Good pattern here.
Hold on. Max, I did appreciate you for covering your hairline. Yeah. You.
The process of just sitting there and sewing over and over again and cutting the threads and trying to make sure it's lined up and making the pockets and making like a lot of stuff is like, it's so much that goes into it.
Hold on, Kai. Ooh, This is Pierce?
Yeah.
Okay.
To show the...
Boy rocking that bucket hat in this bitch.
Yeah, good direction though. In my opinion,
Well,
before I even get to the design,
my favorite game. Thank you for that 10 gifted, bro. Genuinely, bro. Thank you, bro. We right almost there at 15K. We dropped below because of streaming this, I think, because we were streaming this time last month. But.
I want to make sure the form of the denim is good so that then we'll get able to design. I don't want to design denim right now because if I don't have the right form, then it's not going to come out how I want it to come out. So.
Yeah.
You do one donated $1.
So we're good because we have a studio out here.
Get it unpausing the video, fuck nigga. Pausing for whereas here with all them rocks, this ain't go guesser.
Well, if you was intelligent, it's GeoGuessr. You just said go guesser. You slurping my nuts so hard, you're giving typos, gang. Stay in school, dickhead. I'm not even finna go back and forth with you. You're paying me. You're paying me to talk to me. You! Hello, I'm free. What's good, bro? I'm home. What's good, Pooh Shiesty? Come on, nigga, let's go.
But like what I'm trying to do, bro, is either I'm gonna go back to Atlanta.
$5. 1v1 in basketball for a band Leprechaun.
Yo, wait, hold on. Yo, Raul, hold on, stop. You're not finna diss me, call me a leprechaun, nigga. Yo, do y'all hear that echo? What is that? Trey, can you turn off the echo upstairs? Like it's making his reaction longer. It's totally not me ad farming him. This shit just up. Can you turn that? Like I hear it upstairs. Thank you, bro.
You do one donated $1.
Yeah.
Slow down, nigga. Don't you dare free take too smooth, fate lame ass. Put that nigga under the jail.
Did everyone get unbanned or they chatting? How you do it? How do you do it? I don't know. Yo, you the mod. You the mod. Magic. Oh my God, Magic. Magic, I need you. I need you. Please come back, bro. You need a hiatus from modding. Bro, I was gone 100 of those days, gang. Come back.
Jerry Osu donated $1. Yes, free me Zaddy.
And I'm gonna try to get a studio, try to make like one of my houses or get a warehouse for a design studio where I just fully indulge in it and get new designers. I need to get designers in America because I got designers in Italy and we all cooked up this so far. But I also want to like balance it and try to get.
Wow, thank you for that five, baby boy.
And then what I'm going to do is try to get like a space where like I could turn it into basically what is happening now. It's the best working. It's the best way to work right here.
Bro, I'm so proud of you, bro. You're grinding every day.
Who's that on the phone? Does anyone know?
Hey, bro, okay.
Yeah, I have to, bro. It's just the best. This is the best time right now.
Oh, that's Burberry Area? Oh shit, that's tough. He was helping him out with his shit. Maybe watch the vid. When did he mention that nigga? One time he did it. They just hopped on a phone call. I've been watching the whole vid. In fact, this is the most attention I paid to a vid. I'm paying so much attention to the vid. I'm talking about the rocks in it. What is wrong with you?
I am a ghost in the house soon.
Shut up.
Cart gotta be
I don't got no ghosts.
And even brainstorming something that's never even been thought of. That takes time. And being in a factory, seeing everything is just fire. But making something that you had in your brain and being able to wear it, like that's the cool shit about it. And I'm just getting into making my own clothing brand.
Okay.
And I really want to learn like the sewing process just to see how.
That's fire, bro.
This thread and pull it under the sky and under the sky.
Under here?
And then under the sky. Really tug it. Don't be afraid of it.
One thing I feel like I learned most was the patience part.
Turn around this screw.
It's patience because
man, her ass a pro sewer. That's valid. I did not cheat in school for my 4.2.
Yeah. How you doing? You good?
All right, who if y'all met them in real life would you be dumb fanned out for? I'm gonna keep it a buck.
You donated $1. MF, get us unbanned. Only you can do it.
Oh, I got you, bro. Anyways, I told y'all, bro. No, the nigga who had me the most, gang, Steph Curry, spawned a smile on my face. And just walking by me changed my emotion. What? That's power. That's swag. This is like, bro, Curry, you're him. Like, bro, it's facts. Like, why did I, bro, did I walk by? I literally had to turn to the side. I started blushing. I'm not trolling. I couldn't let him see me like that. That was not how we were gonna meet. No shot. Hey, love, bro.
How you doing? You good? What's your name? Zola. You like to sew? You be sewing? How long you been sewing for?
11 minutes in, 24 pause.
Me too, so I'm learning as well. We have to learn together. I'll be here more often because I'm learning how to make clothes.
Pause button donated $1. Since we pausing for stepping into the new year with a whole lot of grace, I can feel this new year.
Alright, so if you ever want to join me, feel free to, okay? Alright, bye Zola. When I look at a brand, I also perceive it and look at it as if it's a perfect brand because they make it look so easy. I want mine to be more like they see everything. They see like when I fail, they see when I achieve, they see when I'm doubting myself, and they see when I overcome it.
Welcome to the 5th
that Cutie Cinderella?
annual Streamer Award.
Oh, I might be in this shit.
Just Chatting Streamer goes to Kai Sanat.
And the winner
Felix, bro.
Goes to Kai.
Felix, you know what I'm saying it, bro. Next time, don't duck KC3, nigga. You feel me? You ain't pull up to the spot, bro. I heard a little rumor you ain't pull up to the spot, bro. Cause you was ducking Kai, you was ducking all these streamers, bro. They was talking shit, bro. Next year, you better pull up, Felix. You feel me? You better be there, gang. If you not there, I'm forcing you to do another beat off. On me.
and the winner is
Kai Cenat and LeBron James.
Hold on. What the?
Welcome
oh, hell no.
to the 5th
What's going on, bro?
Streamer Award.
What's going on, bro?
Just Chatting Streamer goes to
When I fail, they see when I achieve, they see when I'm doubting myself, and they see when I overcome it.
Bro, what the is going on my computer, dog?
Kai Sanat.
and the winner is
Kai Cenat and LeBron James.
Mafia-thon 3, Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat Streamer
Damn.
University.
4 awards. Holy shit.
You guys can achieve anything that you guys want. Don't limit yourself to one category. For the past
For
year,
sure.
I've had dreams besides streaming to achieve and to pursue. I have dreams one day to become a fashion designer and start my own clothing brand. And one thing I want to say is no matter what, keep God in everything that you do. Do not ever forget about God at all. And I would love to end this with a quote that my good friend always says, and that's everybody preaches to everybody, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. But as soon as people get on the internet, they tell you how to be. Thank you.
Facts. Fuck y'all.
It made me happy as fuck, and I really appreciate
Damn,
that.
Kai, you gotta hit them squats,
gang.
gang.
Aspire to be shit. I just put that foot on that pedal, and y'all niggas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bro, what are y'all talking about, bro?
Pick your brain on just kind of like, what do you feel like is the most important things when it comes to a clothing brand?
First of all, you should be focusing. You should know who your client is and who you want your client to be.
Oh shit.
More than anything, like I think sometimes
Lingua
a lot
LaRoche?
happens, and a lot of people aren't successful at things, so they try to do too many things at one time.
Okay.
Like I would suggest you start small and do. the
LaRoche
thing
was
that you
on
do
Mafia-thon though, right? Oh, it's Law? Oh shit.
Donated $1. Can we get some new sub emotes? I get a rapper now, but damn, take care of your long time subs.
Damn, child, some new sub emotes. Alright.
Yeah, I think this is brilliant. I think
New
this is
badges,
better
bro.
than-
I like the badges. What do y'all want as the badges? Like, alright, bro. Bro, it's New Year. I got y'all, bro.
You publishing it as a book and it comes with things. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, but the biggest thing about being successful, you can't have no fear.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's all like being nervous and all that shit is human, but no fear. Like you just gotta. I'm a big believer in like the law of attraction, and you attract things that you want.
It's a
and
real
all that,
thing.
Putting good shit in the universe.
When I tell y'all I read books, I do. Read The Secret. I'm not even trolling, bro. I know y'all think this shit giggly, diddly, Tom. No, bro. Read The Secret. Law of attraction is everything. Speak your shit into existence. You feel me? That ass. I'm so serious, nigga. And y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want. I'm actually being serious. Read that book. A lot of niggas saying that, bro. Anyone who's in the chat and has read that book, bro, that shit's an amazing book. A nigga named Dr. Seuss just said he read it. Hold on, am I getting trolled? All right.
You get it back, and just being confident. So now it's all about, it's no fear. You just can't have no fear. If you believe that this is going to be successful, it's going to be successful. But you can't have no fear. You can't go into like, oh, I'm doubting this, or this might not work. If you feel strongly and passionate about it in your heart, then that's what you do. But my advice is like, if you know you're gonna have the coldest coat, do a coat. That's why so many brands that started with just t-shirts, right? It don't take a lot of money to do a t-shirt. Ooh, if they got a little bit of money, a lot of money, they'll support you that way, right? Anybody will buy a t-shirt from you.
You do one
You know what I mean?
$1.
But you do that, and then you build, and then you come with a jean or a jacket or something. And then people are like, oh, okay, I'm starting to understand a little bit more of what the brand is, or what's the point of view of this brand. And then you start to grow from that. Like if you look at Michael Murray, when he started, like it was basically jeans. He had them jeans. Everybody was wearing them jeans. And then the rappers stopped fucking with him. He said, okay, well I'm gonna stop fucking with y'all. I'm gonna start making clothes for real people. You know what I mean?
Denim first.
Exactly.
Just like
but
when
now
Louis Vuitton's luggage and like all these big brands, they have that one thing.
Exactly. And then they
Faded donated $2. Do you think we'll ever get a Brent Fayez stream in the future?
Shout out Brent. I'm heavy.
To grow from that, like if you look at Michael Murray, when he started, like it was basically jeans. He had them jeans. Everybody was wearing them jeans. And then the rappers stopped fucking with him. He said, okay, well I'm gonna stop fucking with y'all. I'm gonna start making clothes for real people. You know what I mean?
Denim first.
Exactly.
Just like
but
when
now
Louis Vuitton's luggage and like all these big brands, they have that one thing.
Exactly. And then they grow.
It's the opportunity to just express a lot of things that's been going on in my life. But like this is Kai behind just the streams, and I want to do it the right way. Like I'm not. This is not me slapping my name on any brand. And yeah, and trying to money grab and shit. I want to.
Niggas see it. Wait, hold on, Kai. Where's the brim on this shit? What brand is this? I never seen this. The brim got eaten by the Cookie Monster. I dead never seen this. Y'all know? Do y'all know what brand it is? That's why I got. Wait, what? I'm just asking what brand is it though? It's his? Oh, this shit his? He made this? That's different though. I'm gonna pay homage. Yeah, 5-star clothing on the way. You feel me? Y'all know what time it is, bro. The Cookie Monster, bro. Y'all wasn't watching PBS Kids?
Build this community. You have to know who your audience is. Yeah. You have to know who those people who are going to support you in the beginning, because those people are also going to grow with you. The people who've been watching you for, I know you've been streaming 5 years?
Like 4 or 5, yeah.
Right, so if they started watching you when they was 9, they 14 now. You know what I mean? And for the next 5 years, then.
Kiki whole comments is full of lonely. How much he pay you? Kiki no more light skins. They are the downfall of us. What the? Was this a dare? She like him a little different. Yo, why they on my ass? Like, nah, ladies, like I love all y'all. Like, what's going on? That's up, man. How this shit got 3,000?
I'm trying to turn up with 5-star in ATL.
She got the Shade Room aunties, guys. Shade Room aunties. Who are our biggest, like, oh, this? I say Shade Room aunties and probably, I don't know who else. Shout out to Shade Room aunties though. I fuck with y'all. I don't know why I don't fuck with me. Shit fucked up.
You do one donated $1. Y'all remember when Max aspired to be a fashion designer? Bought a starter jacket from the thrift talking about this 5-star. Lame HH.
Alright. Yeah, I guess, gang. Y'all niggas having fun right now? Like, it's so bored, bro. Like, this shit is ridiculous.
And they're gonna be 19, so they grow with you, and then their economics are gonna grow with you too, right? So, you know, and that's fine. Y'all grow together. You know, take your time. Like, I always say that too, and I always say like, well, I think you did this part already. Like, I always tell people just to be still. You know what I mean? Like, just when you just be still and the universe will speak to you and it'll come to you and really guide you in a way you do, which I feel like you doing now. When you stopped streaming, you went to Italy, you did all that. That was you being still, right? Turning off the noise, going away from what's easy for you, and just going and putting yourself in a place that's vulnerable, and you just learning from other people. You know what I mean? Like that was your be still moment, you know? And I think that's really important.
The straight hair is swag. The straight hair with the beard, I'm not even trolling. I might jack that. Like, that should bring me a whole nother level of sexy. Like, hold on, I might
just to be, because again, you know, people like me when I retire, people like, you make millions of dollars a year for being a stylist. Like, how you just gonna walk away?
Andre 3000. Facts.
I needed a moment to just be still, right? Because it had consumed my life so much that I just didn't even know what I was no more outside of just being a stylist. I didn't know what the people like, well, what brings you joy? I had no idea. I didn't know. I'm like, making money? But that can't be it though. You know what I mean? Like, what else?
It's more to life.
I didn't have nothing else. It was like work, make money, spend money. That's all. I'm like, oh, I'm happy. But I'm like, I really wasn't. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't have never known that if I wouldn't have taken some time to be still. It's really important. It's really important.
And in times when you feel like I'm scared, would it work? Would they accept me? Are they gonna talk about me? Are they gonna criticize? Son, you've been through the worst. Every time you get scared and you second guess, say, God, I have a purpose. And you cannot be scared because your mom is a praying mom.
You get to a certain point where it's not about you anymore. It's about inspiring others.
The hat growing on me though. I'm not gonna lie. Like Kai, you him.
Not only inspired, but we're trying to show the world, like, damn, like.
I'm not gonna lie. I dad got a vlog for y'all tomorrow. I got a vlog for y'all tomorrow. That shit, you feel me? Bro, like, it's lit.
He really went there.
We make nice pieces with nice material, but then also part of the piece shows the mistakes that can be made and that were made in making it.
We have to make a choice on the skinny we going with. At the end of this, we're going to keep going. We're going to make that choice on the skinny and think right now, the skinny that we have is what I'm leaning towards. We keep mastering that. We keep doing what we got to do. It's going to be good. The
baggy one?
The baggy one, I'm not happy yet. The name of my clothing brand that I want to call it is Vivette. Vivette is Latin for he, she, or it will live forever. But the deeper meaning behind Vivette is to not be boxed in to what society is trying to only box you in. And that's why this journal is so important, because it's not about the designs.
All right, so look, this is coming together. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna lie. B5, K5. I need to see that Vivette Condone collab. Come on, bro. Like, bro, again, like, it, bro. Bro, make some fire shit. That's crazy. It's not. It's dead not crazy.
Cool denim and all that other stuff. It's more about the meaning. This journal is gonna go out to the public. I had to show everything. I want them to feel it's like this is a hub for creators of any type, whether it's content, whether it's art, whether it's clothes, whatever it is. I feel like if I show people I can do this and I need to put my ideas and stuff out and I'm able to do it, it's gonna be